second down. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he fires one incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. To throw is Breeze. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. Finds a seam inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
So they're going to go for 2.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
To throw, it's Breeze. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. And what a way to cap off the opening touchdown drive. You go for 2 and you get it.
Remember when the PAT or the extra point was a gimme, right? Not plus 99%. It's not that way anymore, so more people are willing to take a chance, go for 2, and take the kicker a little bit out of the game.
Looky here, a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and now an onside kick. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. The first quarter onside kick recovered. We like these, though. They keep us on our toes up here in the booth.
No doubt about that. You know that file that we tend to keep that says traditional, conventional? Those get torn up in a big way on that one, didn't they?
Absolutely. But, hey, it works. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And off comes to Peterson. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Here we go with 2nd and 7. From midfield, here's Breeze. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Breeze going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. We'll see a lot of that from Drew Brees. Spread the field, get rid of the ball quickly.
He spreads the field out a lot, so he's able to recognize the defenses, the coverages, and if people are going to blitz him. And he has a fortitude to stand in there when they do. He serves as his own blitz control, so to speak. Hey, you got a free runner coming, that's one less guy in coverage. He'll stand in there, take the hit, and deliver a strike downfield.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing now is Breeze. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
They give it to Peterson. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adrian Peterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. First carry here for Ty Montgomery. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he cuts it out. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the...
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Here's Breeze to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Out of the backfield, Adrian Peterson was the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, Peterson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Breeze now on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, one thing's for sure. When you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Des Bryant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Again, it's Breeze. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
They find some open field here. And he takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Rodgers now on first down. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great effort.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jason Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
On second down, here's Rodgers. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third and long, it's Rodgers. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Rob Gronkowski with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Cam Newton with 1 touchdown pass thus far. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder later tonight, a game some folks have had circled on their calendars since the schedule came out in April. That's the Super Bowl rematch. Falcons, Charles, at Foxborough to take on the Patriots.
Super Bowl 51.5, anyone?
Then on Monday night, that's no slouch either, an NFC East. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
Now it's Ginn. Still fighting through tackles. So we have reached halftime. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Meanwhile, down in Chicago, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Cam Newton, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The left side throw complete to Adams. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. First down, Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Here's Rodgers. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. And he's... Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Breeze now on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 30 yards there.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all of that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. This is caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. The offense on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and goal. Breeze now, and he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dez Bryant with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8. On the season. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And they will line up now for the two-point try. Now Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. You've said that before. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Chicago. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Cam Newton with 1 touchdown pass thus far. And our focus now moves to Jordy Nelson. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a play fake here on first down. Room to run past midfield. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully to complete that one.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's got Bennett. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. This will be fielded at the 6. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They start the drive with Peterson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there, and the drive will continue.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Peterson gets the handoff from Breeze. Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adrian Peterson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Saints on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake to Peterson. Here's Breeze to throw. Tough to bring Bryant down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And now a first down following that long gain. Breeze going to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. So they're going to go for 2. Now Breeze. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Craig Robertson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Interference. Defense.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jeff Janis, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down. So not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough. Touchdown, Packers! Randall Cobb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So time definitely not in their favor, down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And this looks to probably be the final play. Breeze is looking to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.
That sacrifice.